I'm going to get straight into it, to be honest. When I saw that starting lineup, I saw no Eze, no Odegaard. I saw that midfield three of Marino, Rice, and Zubimendi. I kind of knew how the game was going to pan out, what we were playing for. I predicted a 1-1 draw because I thought that's the best we can get. See how we can do creativity in that middle. Um, and like I say, I think it was actually very disappointing that Eze or Odegaard didn't start. I get Eze's come from a different club, but he's had a pre-season. He played a Community Shield 90 minutes. He played 85 minutes against Chelsea. That was only 2 weeks ago. He's a professional footballer. He's a quality player. Even if he couldn't play 90 minutes, that's fine. Let him start the game, play 70 minutes, then take him off. But to not start him, yeah, I just didn't think that was the right idea. Odegaard, he injured his shoulder last week. That's fair enough. Hadn't trained all week. But I promise you, you look out for Norway games during the international break. I'm sure Martin Odegaard will play 180 minutes for his country because that's what he tends to do. At these breaks, he'll get injured just before, but he'll play every minute for his country. No problem. But that one I can understand more. But the Eze one, I just don't quite understand why he couldn't start. Um, I mean, the game itself, we all know it was a dire game, a game of very few chances. It was almost like a chess match, and no one wanted to make the first move. Uh, we had one shot on target throughout the whole game. That was Nani Madueke in the first half. Very simple save for the goalkeeper. He could have caught it, but he made a meal of it, pushed it to the side. No problem there. And other than that, we didn't really have any chances of any, yeah, any fashion of sort, any sort. Liverpool themselves, we're a great defensive team, and if we set our stall out not to be beaten, we're very hard to break down, even if you have great attacking players like Liverpool do. We stifled them all over the pitch. Uh, and, it took a 0.03 XG free kick from Soboslai to beat us. It's disappointing to lose 1-0 away. We're very close to meeting our pre-game target, it seems, of playing for a draw, and we fell short. And that's the thing. The beauty about football is everyone can have their opinion. You're not right or wrong. It's your opinion on what you see, how you taking the game in, how you've seen the game. And some people say we should have gone for the win, play a bit more attacking, put a bit more attacking players on the pitch. And some people could understand why we went to Anfield and played for a draw and just fell short by that wonderful free kick. I'm on the side of we should have gone for it, to be honest. I think our defense side is always going to be strong. We're all going to be defensively strong. Um, so I think we should always give ourselves a chance of winning a game. Personally, I think Liverpool were there for the taking, but we just didn't have that connectivity from defence to midfield that we needed because we had no creativity on the pitch. We can start with Martinelli. He's, I think I said previously, his confidence in the mud, and it pretty much showed in that first half. I can understand why he started for his defensive attributes. He's a willing runner backwards, always helping out his left back. But in these games, we need to be two-way. We need to get forward and back. And unfortunately, when he was going forward, it was just non-existent again. It's becoming a recurring theme around Gabriel Martinelli, which is a shame because he had that brilliant season a couple of seasons back, got himself a new contract, and we thought, this is it, we've got our left side sorted. But it's just kind of just stagnated. It's not actually stagnated, it's gone backwards. It's not plateaued, he's gone backwards as a player, and his confidence just seems to be very shot. He probably knows that the fan base is getting onto him online. He's human, he probably checks and sees that he's not in favour right now, which probably isn't helping his game overall. He's probably overthinking. He actually looks like he's overthinking his play, um, which is a shame. But it's hindering us as a team at the moment, and I think it probably does need to be addressed going forward. On that left hand side, I mean, I did say previously I would have started as in the 10 role or right 8 where Odegaard plays. But I did say I could understand if he plays Eze left and Marino in the position where Odegaard plays. Um, and I think had he done that, I think we would have been a bit more better going forward. Not I think we would have been better going forward. And yeah, it's just a shame. Um, Liverpool chances, other than their free kick. I mean, in the first half, Raya didn't see that Van Dijk had jumped and was on Zubimendi in the flash, which basically I think led to their first touch in our box after 30 minutes. Uh, Good block by I think Gabriel. So that shot came to nothing. That's the only chance of they had they made, to be honest. Any chance of note that they made in that first half. It was just yeah, the first half was drab. Um, we had a couple, I won't say opportunities, chances that could have been fashioned down the right hand side. Noni Madueke. I did say before Kirkes was somewhere we could get at, and Noni on his favoured side, he looked like he was doing well, had the better of him in terms of pace, but there wasn't any end product. I know people were saying he had a great game, but for me there was no end product. He had one shot blocked, going for a corner. There was another attempt where Kirkes got back and made a tackle, but these don't equate to assists or goals. You know what I'm saying? It's dangerous. I agree, it's dangerous. He was a good outlet, but in terms of goals or assists or chances created, it wasn't until the second half when there was a fabulous block by Gomez just getting in front of Jokeres where he actually fashioned an actual opportunity. Um, but yeah, I mean, another point in that first half and throughout the game actually was our corners. If our tactic was to set out and nullify Liverpool and hopefully get over a draw, then we should be hopefully relying on set pieces, which is our best attribute, it seems, these days. Um, I mean, the halftime stat was that we done four outswingers in that first half alone, and we had done four outswingers in the whole of last season. Now, I thought it was maybe a tactic where maybe obviously Allison is a big commanding goalkeeper. You don't want to swing it into him and you'll come out and collect it with ease. So it was swinging away from him. Uh, or it could have been actually a weakness identified by Nicholas Jova that Liverpool are not good with outswingers. That could be the case still. But I think it was because we had no Odegaard, no Saka on the pitch because in the second half when Odegaard came on, we had a corner on that side and he whipped it in as on an in-swinger. So it's a shame that if it was just purely because we had no Odegaard and no Saka, that we were not able to utilise to our fullest our set piece strength. We had lots of Noni on the pitch, Calafiori. I know Calafiori was a threat in the box, so you would actually want him in the box. But Noni Madueke, I did criticise his crosses last week against Leeds in open play. But a dead ball, you'd expect him to be able to whip a cross in um, into the box away from the goalkeeper into a dangerous area, shall I say. But it wasn't to be. And I think those were chances missed on our behalf to maybe nick a goal from a set piece, which was one of our biggest strengths. But yeah, I mean, it's neither here nor there. They scored a set piece out of nothing from a 0.03 XG free kick, like I said. Um, Other than that, the game was just, yeah, it wasn't a spectacle. It wasn't a good advert for Premier League if you're tuning in for the first time. Um, but Liverpool, they'll take it. They got their 3 points. They're top of the league. And it's back to the drawing board for the Arsenal. I mean, some down points. William Saliba, he got injured in the warm-up, twisted his ankle. He thought he could play on with it. But after 5 minutes, he couldn't continue. And a pro, Mosquera came in to fill in for him, and he looked very well. He looked very accomplished, you know. Um, was strong against Ekitike, nicking the balls um, from in front of him. And yeah, all round, just together with Gabriel, we saw that solidity, just stifling Liverpool on the outside and through the middle. And I think Calafiori, he had a very good game as well. I was a bit worried when I saw Calafiori starting. 'Cause I know he likes to drift a lot, and I think on the outside he's a bit susceptible to getting beat by pace potentially. Um, but I think he handled Salah very well. He jockeyed a lot, waited for cover to come, and yeah, pretty much nullified. Mo Salah the whole game. So yeah, I mean, Calafiori, big props to you, my friend. I thought maybe if White was fit, it might be Timber left back because we've seen Timber be solid there before. Or even an improved Lewis Skelly might have played, but he's seemingly holding down that place now. Calafiori now he's fit. Touch wood. There's no injuries in the pipeline, especially on the international break. But yeah, that position looks like his to lose at the moment. Um, Mikel Marino, again, I said I would play him in that position, but I just don't think that position suits him. I don't know. He's a hard player to figure out, Marino, because if you zoom out and look at his stats, you'll see he's look like he's doing something, but on the pitch you can't see what he's doing. Um, this wasn't a game for him in the midfield as a creative player. So yeah, we'll just chalk it off as a game at Anfield, hard to control. But yeah, he could just be our first striker, and that's it really. We just chalk it up as that. Yeah, other than that, the game is there's just it just wasn't much to talk about. I mean, the pundits are having their pundits have nothing to talk about, and I know they have nothing to talk about because they're now just focused on Arsenal and Arsenal's inability to go up to Anfield and win again. That's what they're leading with. That's what they're dominating the papers and the old blogs because there was nothing to talk about in the game apart from the free kick. So when there's nothing to talk about, you fill in the columns with Arsenal because talking about Arsenal sells and gets you clicks. So I mean, just ignore it as a fan base, really, I'd say, and just try. Hopefully, we come back from the international break with no injuries, and we have to get back on track against Nottingham Forest straight away. To be honest, if you want to, kick on and stay in this Premier League title race. But yeah, as I said, there's an international break now, so it could be a pod next week on just the transfer window, how it's gone, etc. Season to date, we'll probably do that. Um, but until next time, yeah, just keep your head up, fans. Uh, difficult, but hope you have a blessed international break. Until then, all the best.